Okay, chat. We need a timer for we were here? Okay. We'll do a timer. Let me swap my category to back to just chatting. We're time to finish our tier list. Let's see. Finished Portal 2 tier list time. We're finishing the tier list we started. Stream isn't over? No. You should play Portal Reloaded solo. It's very hard. Portal Reloaded. So like the original Portal? Was there plans to restart the Valheim server with a new update? Maybe. We were just discussing it. Like, Jack says he's interested. I'd be potentially down and interested to do it again. Myself. I'm potentially interested. Also, there was someone that sent me a link way early on the stream. It was MTG Vindicate. Sent me an Aaron Keller tweet. I feel like I should read the tweet. The team is looking at potential changes to Sojourn, Doomfist, Ramatra, Roadhog, and Tracer, with the planned balance changes coming later this week. Oh yeah, also I saw John Spector had said that their system to hotfix shit was fucked up, and now they can actually make balance changes more frequently. Oh, it's a user-made game. Okay. Okay, but Kiriko 2, though, her ult's so dumb. Yeah, I mean, also the problem, personally, I actually, don't get me wrong, do I think Roadhog maybe could have adjustments? For sure. But I don't really think Roadhog's so good right now because of Kiriko. Like, I only think Roadhog's good right now because Kiriko is insanely strong and Zarya got nerfed. Like, if Kiriko got nerfed, like her Suzu, I don't think Roadhog would be nearly as viable. I think Roadhog would be, like, insanely less viable. Because, like, he can just run it down mid, like, and then just fucking take 8 million damage and get Suzu'd and then run out. So, you know, like, I don't really think, like, sure. I mean, I'm down for nerfs to Roadhog because his character's been fucking dumb since release because he's, like, a really weird design for a tank. But it's, like, it's Kiriko that's the issue. I don't think it's Hog that's the issue. Hello? Hello? Okay. But still, it's interesting. It's interesting, at least. Okay, where was the tier list? Where were the remaining tier lists? Where did I put them? Tier list to do. Here we go. What were the finals? What were all the tier lists I have to do? Which ones did I have left? I'm just gonna pick a couple good ones. Okay, I need to do one of the color ones. I also want to do the state. Candy. The candy one, I need more candy than that. I need a bigger one. Here we go. Animated short one. This one is super fast. This is like so easy. Look at this. This one is insanely easy. Okay, Honor and Glory, S tier. The Last Bastion, S tier. Shooting Star, I think is like, I think Shooting Star is pretty meh. Shooting Star, I find to be extremely meh. I'm not gonna lie. I found this one to be like maybe. I don't think any of them are D tier. I think they're like. I barely remember Shooting Star. To be fair, Dragons was good. Personally, I don't find it that good though, but I find it an A. I found Rise and Shine to be better than Shooting Star, personally. I don't even remember. Dude, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't think any of them outside of Honor and Glory and the Last Bastion at all. All of them I thought were like fine. I thought Alive was pretty good. I don't see Kiriko's either. Dude, your ass with tier list is C tier. Your ass is tier list is C. Yeah, I don't see Kiriko's isn't on this one, to be fair. This is outdated. You know what? This doesn't have Kiriko's on. We're not gonna use it. It's over. It's over. Here we go. Here we'll do the Among Us colors. Among Us colors tier list. Okay, easy. S tier. This color. S tier. This color. That's an S tier color. I think purple's a solid B. Purple's like a solid B. Personally, I don't love purple too much. I think this is a D tier. I think white's a D tier. Yellow's something about yellow makes it S tier. I don't know why. Something about yellow and teal. These are just S tiers for me. This is an A. This is like a C. This is a B. This is a C. This is definitely an A. Pink goes to S. I'm sorry. I don't think brown's A tier. Brown is not A tier. I'm sorry. I think this one's pretty lame. This one's like fine. Red. Some would say red is S tier. I would say red is A tier. I would say red is top of A tier. Personally. So you just like bright colors? Yeah, what of it? What of it, huh? And? Actually, I'm going to pick this to a B. Red just worse pink? Exactly. Red's just worse pink. This is probably like a top of C. I think dark green is like... Actually, I think dark green is actually pretty decent. I think it's an A. I would not put it in S, personally. This one's like a bottom of B. This one is a mega D. One's a mega D. This fucking croc-ass looking camo color, that's a mega D. It's an absolute mega D tier. I feel like I need to distribute these more. I feel like I'm being too generous. I think I could maybe take this one, honestly, out of A to a B. And I think, honestly, looking back at it more, this is like a C. Oh my god, it's still too perfect. And then this... Am I blind or are those greens the same? You are blind. They're slightly different. They're very slightly different. Like, so slightly you can't even tell. Which essentially means that, like... Because I like the shade of this one slightly better, I think I'm just going to put it, like... there. Actually, I don't like the look of it as much. It's going to bottom of B. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. There you go. There's the Among Us tier list. There's the Among Us color tier list. You put the printer ink cartridges in S tier? They're pretty. They're nice looking. They're nice looking. Okay, there we go. Among Us done. Biggest Halloween candy tier list. This is still like, it's a decent amount. It's a decent amount. Okay, let's see. Some ones that I know can immediately go towards the top. This is not going to be organized for me. Okay, Reese's. Like, if you're getting Reese's in your Halloween. If you're getting Reese's in your Halloween, Reese's is an S tier Halloween candy. If like, I'm just imagining myself, I'm trick-or-treating, right? I got my fucking pumpkin bucket. I'm dressed up. Reese's, that, like, when I open the door, I'm like, yo, open up. Or like I go to like someone to put a bucket on the ground, right? If they have Reese's cup, that shit slaps. If they're handing out Reese's, like, Reese's slap. 100%. Yeah, I'm dressed up as the bright pink Among Us. Sour Patch, they're pretty good. I don't put them S, but I have them in A. I love Sour Patch, but I don't know if I'd put them in S, necessarily. Reese's Pieces, I actually find Reese's Pieces to be far worse than the regular Reese's Cups. Personally. I actually think Reese's Pieces are so much worse than the regular peanut butter cups. I think they're like a B. I think they're like a B. Because they're just not as satisfying. They're not as satisfying. Like, it's like, I want a cup. I want to be able to unwrap the cup like I'm revealing a great secret. Like, I want to see, like, the majesty within. I want to see the majesty. Okay, no joke. I don't care if anyone disagrees. I don't care if people disagree with this on this one. Wait, I need to see. Let me check something else. Okay, Sweet Tarts, S tier. Sweet Tarts, S tier candy. These are an S tier. I will always go hard for Sweet Tarts. Sweet Tarts, they absolutely dominate. I just realized how much of Avast a real one. Dude, I am a real one. You guys don't get it. Double Bubble, shit sucks. It's good for like 10 seconds. Honestly, any gum is fucking terrible. F. Oh, I don't ever want gum. I literally never want gum. Who the fuck wants gum? Who in their right mind says gum is good candy? Like, if you're like, oh yeah, I can't wait to get some fucking candy at Halloween, like some gum at Halloween, man. Like you're saying, like, you open up the door, the old lady's like, oh, here you go, and she drops a bunch of shit in your box, and you look in, what is this, gum? Gum? Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Fuck off. Let's see. Fruit Chews, they're like a D for me. They're like the Tootsie Roll Fruit Chews. They're fine. They're fine. I don't think they're anything special. I've never had it. Can I add another tier of, like, what the fuck is a Tiger Pop? I don't even know what a Tiger Pop is, honestly. These are worse Starburst. These are like maybe D as well. These are just worse Starburst. What are these again? I don't know. I can't remember.
Happy
Squishy J.
months. Put Almond Joy in S.
Dude, Almond Joy is not going in S. I'm sorry. I don't think I'm gonna add a never had list because I think it doesn't really matter. I'm sorry. I'm not putting Almond Joy in S. I will say coconut candy is overhated. Coconut candy's overhated though. It's overhated. I'm gonna tell you that. It is overhated. I would put Almond Joy in a B myself. I would honestly put Almond Joy. I don't know if I'd put it above Reese's Pieces though. I think I put it in a B. Okay, I actually will have to. Might actually have to make another, like, never had. Like, I might have to add like a never had. Never had / who asked here. I might have to do that. Wait, what? Okay. Never had / who asked. Because, like, first of all, what in the fuck is, like, a Tiger Pop? I've never had a Tiger Pop. Don't know what that is. I have no clue what that is. Here, I need to. You changed F tier? Oh, I did. You're right. Let me get some water real quick. Oh, wait. It's the father tiger. That helps me. That doesn't help me at all. That doesn't help me at all. Fun Dip. I used to think this shit was crack cocaine as a child. I think it's now at best C. It might even be D. This is like pretty good as a kid. It's like I think it's at best a C for me currently. It's just not very satisfying. It's not very satisfying. Red Hots, F. Red Hots, I'm putting those right in the F. That's going directly into the F tier. That's trash. That is hot trash. I personally, if you eat Red Hots, you need to be studied. You need to be studied in the lab. Your brain chemistry needs to be looked at. You need to be taken by like the fireflies from like The Last of Us, and your body sent to science, essentially. It's essentially Red Hots are just the inspiration for Fireball, the worst liquor of all time. Red Hots are literally the inspiration for Fireball. And it's just trash. It is just trash. And I'm a cinnamon lover. I'm a big cinnamon lover, but this is not really quite the same. It's like different. Yeah, cinnamon hearts. Hershey's milk chocolate, at best a C, maybe a D. Hershey's is pretty trash. Hershey's is like an awful chocolate. It's a very bad chocolate. I think it's probably a D at this point. I think Hershey's is one of the worst chocolates of all time. Bought a 6-pack of coffee cakes and a bucket of Fireball. My God. I mean, coffee cakes are good though. Oh, coffee cokes. 6-pack of coffee cokes. But yeah, Hershey's, you should literally get any other chocolate bar. There's a million artisanal chocolate bars you can buy. There's like so many other like bit smaller brands that have popped up that are pretty decent. Hershey's terrible. Just terrible. Let's see. Gobstoppers. These are Pog out of control A tier. These are at least a solid A tier. Gobstoppers own. Gobstoppers are an amazing candy. And a fantastic candy. I don't think I've had them. They're like it's like the benefit of getting like a gobstopper or a fucking like jawbreaker, you know? Like you get like a nice hard candy you can suck on for a bit. But then when you get to the center, past the shell, it gets sour. It gets kind of like a sour tartness. They're like a small jawbreaker that as you eat, it then becomes sour. It's very tasty. And it's like a sweet and then a sour. It's very, very good. Halloween pretzels from, I mean, I don't know. I mean, never had, who asked. Never had who. Also, if you get, are these like actual pretzels? Are these literal pretzels? Like an actual pretzel? Okay, if you're giving out pretzels at Halloween, your house should be egged and TP'd. I'm sorry. It's because pretzels are delicious. You should not be giving out pretzels at Halloween. You should not. You shouldn't give out pretzels at Halloween. You shouldn't. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, if you want pretzels, you can go buy pretzels. Man. You just go buy some pretzels. We got 30 more candy to go. Calm down. Airheads. I'm putting Airheads into a C tier. Airheads are another thing where like I thought were pretty decent, but they're definitely like just terrible. They're like a terrible semi-taffy that's not really taffy. They're like a C. Doesn't that literally apply to all candies? No, it doesn't, because this is Halloween. So we're expecting to get candy. Pretzel is not a candy. In what universe is pretzel a candy? When if everyone be like, oh man, can I get a treat at the store, Dad? Oh, sure. Okay, just one. And then they buy you a pair of rolled golds. They buy you a little bag of rolled golds. No one. No one does that. Literally no one. Let's see. Wait, what the fuck? Is this a dark chocolate Milky Way? What is going on here? Okay. What the fuck is going on? Okay, Tootsie Roll, bottom of D. I don't mind them. I don't think they're garbage. But my mom loves them. No, bottom of F. No, they're fine. They're just not, or they're not fine. They're not very good, but you know. This is a Hershey's. I've never had this, but it's Hershey's, and it's like cookie. And also, personally, I hate cookies and cream. I would put this like bottom of D tier. I think cookies and cream is a terrible flavor. I actually think cookies and cream is terrible. I do not like cookies and cream that much. I think cookies and cream is one of the worst flavors. And on top of that, this is like all white chocolate, and white chocolate is objectively the worst chocolate. White chocolate is like just terrible. Like, it's so bad. I hate white chocolate. Okay. Butterfinger Crunch. A lot of these I haven't, honestly, I can't remember having. Sugar Daddy, I've never had. And also, who asked? Like this, who are you 80? Who eats Sugar Daddies? Who the fuck eats this? Who the fuck eats a Sugar Daddy? It's good? I've literally never had it. I've never had this. What have you walked into? You walked into Jack and I beat Portal 2 co-op, and now I'm finishing this. Okay, Welch's. These are the Welch's fruit snacks. Welch's fruit snacks actually, unironically, slap. They would be at like top of B tier. Top of B tier. Welch's fruit snacks, unironically, slap. They're pretty good. They're like I would not be unhappy if I saw them. I don't think they get to go to the S or A tier though, but I think it's like a top of B. Not bad. Sprees. I actually think these are also very good. I think Sprees, for me personally, Sprees make it into the bottom of A. Fruit snacks aren't a Halloween candy there, though. No, they're not a Halloween candy, but first of all, these are Halloween themed. Secondly, they're fruit snacks still, so they're sweet. They're sweet. They're still sweet. The point is, it's still a sweet treat, even if it's not particularly a candy. And it's something that, like, as a kid, you would enjoy. Like, you go to someone's house, right? When you think as a child, you're never like, okay, I'm going to go to someone's house. Like, I can't wait to get an apple at his house. Like, no, it's like, can I have some of the fruit snacks that you have? You literally use that logic pretzels? No! Because no one asks for pretzels for a treat. No one goes anywhere like, dude, I want a treat, and it's pretzels. Also, no one associates saltiness with Halloween. No one associates saltiness with Halloween. They only associate sweet stuff. It is not. It's not the same. Salted caramel? Well, first of all, A, caramel's not that good. And B, caramel's still sweet. It's just salty and sweet. Pretzel is not a Halloween snack. A gummy could be a snack at Halloween. A gummy could still be like something like, okay, I'd be moderately okay with it. Comment of Avast I will take. You guys were all just worshiping my takes. Literally mere moments ago. What if the pretzel was chocolate covered? If the pretzel was chocolate covered, that would be acceptable. If the pretzel was chocolate covered, that is an acceptable, that is an acceptable Halloween snack to give out. But these aren't. These are just pretzels. These are just pretzels, man. American eats sugar coated everything. It's Halloween. What are you talking? We're not going to dinner. We're not going to dinner. It's Halloween. The point is fucking getting sweets. What are you talking about? What are you on about? That makes no sense. Chips? Who gives out chips at Halloween? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Are you getting Lay's potato chips at Halloween? So many people here do. That sucks ass. That's stupid. That's almost as bad as getting bubble gums. That fucking sucks. That's almost. I would honestly put that on the bubblegum tier. Honestly, wait. I'm just putting this in the F tier because pretzels, they're not a good Halloween snack. Okay. What is this? Laffy Taffy. This is another C tier. Laffy Taffy is if you want taffy, get good taffy. I would get mini chip bags all the time. No. Chip bags are not for Halloween. They are not for Halloween. Bubblegum is so much worse than chips or pretzels for Halloween. But bubblegum is still like, double bubble is at least mildly sweet. I will say Red Hot goes below pretzels though. Red Hots are so awful that I don't think anyone should ever be forced to eat these. These are so bad, no one should be forced to eat these. So the Red Hots will remain at the bottom left here. The only good Laffy Taffy flavor is like the pink one. I can't remember what it is. But okay. Moving on. Bottle caps. Bottle caps are okay. These are another candy. Honestly, I would put like somewhere in C. My ex used to love Red Hots. Well, you know, I'm glad you guys aren't together anymore. It's just Red Hots are terrible. They're a terrible invention. Starburst are pretty solid. I would be pretty happy to see these in my... I don't think they're amazing though. So I'd put them like probably up here. Like in a B. Bottom of a B. I don't think they're quite... Starbursts aren't A tier for me, really. I think they're more of a bottom of B. I think they're like in a bottom of B. They're like... I'd be like, okay, Starburst. Like, I'm happy with it. Like, I can work with this. I can work with this. But I'm not gonna love them. I'm not gonna love them. Mr. Goodbar. I actually think Mr. Goodbar is pretty decent. Unfortunately, the chocolate is ass. So, like... I think Mr. Goodbar is far better than a regular Hershey's chocolate. I think it's like a C. Do you think I've had that? Yeah, it's like pretty decent. It just has like peanuts and stuff. It's just got some good texture to it. But it's better than a regular Hershey's. But it's not very good still. Like an O. Henry? I don't know. I've never had an O. Henry. I have never had a Razzles. Never had that. I've never had a Bit O' Honey. I do not know what the fuck that is. Pixie Sticks. This is right next to Fun Dip. This is probably mildly better than Fun Dip. Pixie Sticks is like in this tier. In fact, I'd maybe rate Pixie Sticks over Bottle Caps even. No, actually I wouldn't. No, Bottle Caps are probably... Because it's still just like a granulated sugar. It's the same thing? No. Because Fun Dip, you have to... You lick the sugar stick and dip it into the thing and then eat it that way. While Pixie Sticks, you just... Okay, no one clip that. No one clip that. But the point being is Pixie Sticks is a little bit better. Pixie Sticks is a little bit better in that respect. Whoppers. Okay, I know people love Whoppers. I know there are a lot of Whoppers defenders. I do not think they're that good. I know there are a lot of Whoppers defenders out there. I think they're fine. Honestly, I think Hershey's is so bad, I might put them I might put them like over Mr. Goodbar. I think I'd put them over Mr. Goodbar. I think they're like fine. They're just like okay. Butterfinger. For me personally, Butterfinger is an S. For me personally, Butterfinger's an S. I love Butterfinger.
List? It clears everything else.
I do not know what a sherbet dib dab is. Is that a dance move? Am I gonna go to the NFL and see someone score and be like, he's doing the sherbet dib dab? I personally love Butterfinger. I think Butterfinger fucking pounds. So they're an S tier candy for me. And also remember, this is a Halloween candy tier list too. Like what you get like in your bag. Like this is being handed out, or you're going to like someone set their porch like bucket out. Like what would you want to find in that bucket, you know? What would you want to find in that bucket? And the answer is you'd probably, that's what we're thinking about here. Not a Butterfinger. For me, I'd be happy to get a Butterfinger. I would be happy to get a Butterfinger. Candy corn. People hate this. I think it's fine. I actually think it's amazing for like a once a year thing. I would put candy corn. I would put candy corn like in C tier, like over bottle caps. I think candy corn is fine like once a year. I think it's been perfectly fine like once a year. She be candying on my corn till I finish my Halloween. It's fine for like 1 day in Halloween. It's good for a single day on Halloween only, and then you never eat it again till the next year. You don't touch it again for the next year. For some reason, my mom would fill up like a thing of candy corn. I don't know why, but we'd have it for 1 day and that's it. Candy corn slaps for 1 day. It does not slap. It doesn't slap, but it's solid. It's fine. It's fine. But only for 1 day. Nerds. Nerds are pretty good, actually. Nerds might make it into like a B tier. I think nerds make it into a B tier. Back to good takes, I see. Yeah, of course. Nerds are a solid B. I'd put them above like these. I'd put them next to a Starburst. You know, like if I were to open up the bag and be like, oh, they get a bunch of little nerds boxes. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, oh, some Starburst. Like, okay, that's fine. Nerd ropes though, awful. I actually hate nerd ropes. I think it ruins the nerds. I think nerds ropes are so much worse than just nerds by themselves. I like, just eat the nerds, man. The rope isn't even good. The rope part isn't good. Nerds are just better. I am spitting. Is this a jolly... Okay, Skittles. Skittles to me are a pretty solid A tier. I'd probably put them like maybe right below Gobstoppers. I think Skittles are pretty solid. I think they're a pretty solid A tier candy. Like, I would be happy to get them in the Halloween bag, in the bucket, you know? Sour Skittles, though, if they had sour Skittles on the list, those might be an S tier, or at least the top of A. Sour Skittles would be a top of A to potentially an S tier. They're very good. Who was the person that always asked you to spit in their mouth? That was Tim Week. Tim Week always asked me to do that too. Okay, other things. These are F. These little candies are F. These are like these old person candies. I think these are F. I don't think they're very good. Actually, wait, no. I'm thinking of like the toffee hard candies. No. These are actually okay. These ones are fine. These ones are like a C. These ones are a C. These are a C. Yeah, I think these are actually okay. Like Werther's. Yeah, Werther's is terrible. It was not very good. Is this a peanut M&M? Peanut M&M, a very solid A tier. Peanut M&M is a very solid A tier. Like, I'm always happy to get a very... It might even be S. It could potentially be an S. I'm not sure. I'd have to think on it. They're something that you will always be pretty... You'll get pogged out when you see it. When you see it, you're like, okay, this is pretty pog. Wait, I'm going to adjust my... Where's my filters on this? There we go. Okay. What about pretzel M&Ms? I've never had them. I don't think. You ever get that one peanut M&M that tastes like ass? Like it's burnt? I don't think I've ever actually had that. Peanut M&Ms are so incredibly overhyped. Well, but they're not. It's not about them being overhyped. Like, they're obviously not an objectively amazing candy. They're just decent. Like, there's something like, oh, like I would always be happy getting a peanut M&M. Like, they're just solid. You know, they're just solid. They're very solid. They get the job done. They get in, they get the job done. They get out. Just like, but they're also the best M&M. Like, there's no other M&Ms that are better than a peanut. Like, a peanut M&M adds the perfect amount of texture. They had a perfect amount of texture, a little bit of saltiness to the sweet. I have never had the peanut butter M&Ms. I don't think. I'm not sure if I've ever had. Okay, Twizzlers F. Twizzlers F, maybe over bubblegum. Twizzlers F, maybe over bubblegum. I think Twizzlers have a good texture, terrible taste. I think their taste is meh. I don't think there's any reason to eat a Twizzler. Personally. I don't think there's any reason to eat a Twizzler. Myself. Yeah, if you were gonna just have licorice, like, just eat licorice. Just eat real licorice. There's just Twizzlers, like, literally on what universe do you go to and be like, let me look at the snacks here. Oh, Twizzlers! I fucking love who the fuck is eating Twizzlers? I don't think I've ever seen anyone eat a Twizzler. No joke. I don't think I can think of a single person I've ever seen eat a Twizzler. Ever. Literally, I don't think I've seen this person eat a Twizzler in my whole life. In my whole fucking life, I don't think I've seen anyone eat a Twizzler. I would think real licorice is far better. In fact, I've had real licorice, including our next contestant, black licorice, which I think is honestly still not that good, but I don't think it's the worst thing I've ever had. Personally, real black licorice to me, like real black licorice to me, goes like somewhere in the D tier, like in this area. I don't think it's very good still personally, but like it's not bad. It's just not good. It's just like kind of, it's pretty it's pretty meh. It's pretty like I don't know if I really want this, but it's my favorite flavored candy. Okay, so you're telling me your favorite Halloween candies are black licorice and pretzels? The Candy Council is about to strip you of your vote. The Candy Council is literally going to strip you of your vote. That you should be we should be like, I don't know, you should be extradited for candy crimes. You should be extradited for candy crimes. I want to do a prisoner swap. Can we get someone that's been arrested for a candy crime in another country and trade for this candy prisoner for the merchant of candy death? Can we get the merchant of candy death over here in a prisoner swap? This is crazy. Good reference, thank you. Musketeers. Musketeers to me are actually a pretty decent like bottom of B. You know? I think they're not bad. I personally don't love Musketeers. I don't love them, but I think they're fine. Bottom of A. Bottom of A. I don't know. Would I take a musket? Well, let me come back to this. Let me come back. I don't know if I'd put them here. Maybe I will put them in the bottom of A for right now. Maybe I'll come back to this. Okay. Twix. Twix to me is another thing I'm fine to have in an S tier. For Halloween candy, I'm fine to get Twix in an S. I'm perfectly fine to get Twix in an S. Like, you know, if I'm looking in my bag, in my bucket, and I see a Twix in there, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good. That's an easy S. That's a pretty easy S. A tier? Nah. They're an S. They're solid. Original lemon heads. These are a pretty solid, like, top of D for me. There's just something about them something about them was designed for children that were born in the 60s. Like, I should be a kid running around in overalls with a giant, like, pinwheel. I don't love them. You know, like, I feel like I needed to be in a different era to love Lemonhead. I need to be born in an era where there was still wonder left in the world. Now we've seen everything. We're just kind of, like, exploring our humanity and, like, figuring out the philosophical shit. Lemon Head are for those that were born when they're still wonder. Lemon Head's worse than grandma candy. The grandma candy there is actually kind of good though. It's not bad. Jolly Ranchers. Jolly Ranchers are like, honestly, I might have a Jolly Ranchers in the B tier. I think Jolly Ranchers are pretty decent. I think they're pretty decent. I don't know if I'd have them higher than like, well, if I really think about it, I would have Jolly Ranchers higher than Welch's. I think it's probably fair actually I should put Welch's like at the bottom of B tier. I think I'd probably have Jolly Ranchers higher than Welch's. I think I'd probably have Reese's Pieces higher, Almond Joy probably higher. Like Welch's, like they're solid, but I don't know if I don't think I'd have them like, Welch's don't really compare to like, let's say our next example, Haribo. Haribo is like, if you like gummy bears, it's definitely like a solid top of B, maybe bottom of A. Like the Haribo. I should say Haribo, not Haribo. Haribo. The Haribo gummy bears are like a bottom of A, top of B if you like gummy bears. They're not my favorite. They're not my favorite though. So I personally would have them a top of B. I think the ones that are better are like the Albanese gummy bears. Albanese gummy bears are far better than these, in my opinion. So they're a top of B for me. The fuck is a Big Turk? Isn't that a wrestler? Black Forest Juicy Burst? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is Black Forest Juicy Burst? I have never seen that before. Crunch bars. They're pretty good actually. I think Crunch bars are like a decent B tier. Maybe over an Almond Joy for me. Crunch is better than Hershey's? Oh, 1,000,000%. Crunch is definitely better than Hershey's. A? No. Look at the A. Look at the contestants in A. You think Crunch is gonna make it up there? Crunch is S? Crunch is not S tier. Crunch is absolutely not S tier. I'm sorry. Crunch is not an S tier. It just can't. I think the best I could give it is I could put it next to like a Musketeers. The best I could do is I could put it next to a Musketeers. They're like about the same tier for me. They can't make it into the hollowed ranks of S. There's just no way. They can't make it into the hollowed ranks of S. S, they're heavy hitters. Lifesavers gummies, they're not awful. This is another like C maybe for me. This is like another C, like maybe over candy corn. I think I'd maybe put them over candy corn perhaps. The real Lifesavers I find worse than the gummies though. I'm gonna be real with you. I think Lifesaver gummies are better than the hard ones. Honestly, for a Halloween candy, I might put these like under, like no joke, under like bottle caps. I'd put them like under bottle caps. Not the mints? No, I know they're not the mints. I don't find Lifesavers hard candy to be that good. I find the gummies to be better. I just don't find them to be as good. I like hard candy. I just don't like the Lifesavers hard candy that much. Sour Punch Straws. These are, okay, Sour Punch Straws, if you went, these were the absolute undisputed GOAT if when you went to a water park snack. If your mom would let you get like a candy at the water park, these are the undisputed GOAT. You went to the water park candy. And your mom let you get this. Undisputed GOAT, the Sour Punch Straw. Now, currently, I'd probably put them at like a top of B. I'd probably put them as a top of B. When was the last time you ate them? Years. It's been years. It's been absolute years. But I'm basing off the feeling. The feeling I have is like I would probably be really happy. In fact, actually, now that I look at this, I'd probably be something like this. I put the gummy bears like perhaps even under a Jolly Rancher. And then I'd probably... Actually, I don't think Sour Punch Straws should go that high. I think Sour Punch Straws should go there. They kind of suck. I would bet my life you don't remember how bad they taste. I mean, as a child, when I was like 8, 9 years old, going to the water park, if I was able to get the green apple Sour Punch Straws, I was like, this, like, nothing beats this. I was just getting out of the water, get out, run to the fucking, do a little wet run, you know, like, run to the snack bar, get the sour green apples, Sour Punch Straws, and take some of those some of the residual, like, gross chlorinated water is still on your hands, and you eat some of that.
Hello,
it was like, I was like,
thank
this
you
is
for
the
taking
peak
my
of
money,
life.
as I have far too much of it.
Of course. Thank you, Mako Man, for the tier 1. D's are missing from this list. I have those good memories of pretzels too. Okay. Not at Halloween, though. You don't have those memories of pretzels at Halloween. You don't have those memories of pretzels at Halloween. You don't. You don't. You don't have those memories of pretzels at Halloween. You absolutely do not. Okay. Good and Plenty, I have literally never fucking had this. This also looks like it's something designed for someone that was born in the 60s. Good and Plenty, I have no clue what the fuck a Good and Plenty is. Could not tell you. This is what I said, you must have been born 80 years ago. Off-brand Mike and Ike's? Okay. Well, Mike and Ike's, I think, are decent. Mike and Ike's are, like, a C tier for me. Like, maybe around, like, here or something. They're, like, okay. Low C? No, because then I have to put them below, like, Whoppers and Good Bar. No way. They're not that low. I might put Airheads above them, though. In fact, I probably would also put Lifesaver Gummies above them. Yeah, there you go. I think that's fine. I think where they're at there is pretty good. I think they're pretty good there. It's like shitty licorice flavor Mike and Ike's. Say no more. Those are definitely in the I've never had, so, but like they're not going anywhere. Dum Dums. These are like a D. Actually, that depends. So here's the thing. Dum Dums. The blue raspberry Dum Dum, the blue one, goated. The blue raspberry Dum Dum is very good. The rest of them are pretty meh. So personally, if I were to get this, I would put this as like a top of D tier. If I were to get this in my, oops, that's the right one. If I were to get this in my bag, my Halloween bag, I'd put this like a top of D. Because I'd still prefer them. I'd honestly still prefer them to a Hershey bar. Because like eating a Hershey bar makes me sad. My next door neighbor always had a bag of Dum Dums in her unlocked car. And as a kid, I would go over there after dark and steal them. You would use the cover of Nightfall to steal lollipops from your neighbor's car. Interesting. We got him, boys. We've been waiting for the fucking Dum Dum Bandit for 20 years, and we finally got him. We finally got him. Let's take him, bake him away, toys. The confession live. Justice. Bacon Way Toys? You don't know that reference? Someone doesn't know the reference. Okay. On that note, is this... What the fuck are these? What are these? What are these things? What is this? What is this? What is this one? Is this gum? Is this a gum? Is this gum? If it's gum, it goes in F. I don't even know what it is, so it's going below bubble. Double bubble. It's a taffy? Yes, we hear you. Kind of like a sugar daddy. Okay, I've never had, so I'm just going to put them over here then. I'm putting it over there. Well, I mean, the thing is, I thought this was gum. If it was gum, it goes in F no matter what. It's bazooka? Okay, F. Oh, bazooka gum? Actually, bazooka's better than double bubble. Bazooka's better than double bubble, in my opinion. So it's still F, because I don't ever want gum in my candy bag. Bazooka's better than double bubble, in my opinion. As like a default gum flavor. But I still never want gum in my... For Halloween candy, I never want gum. If you give me gum, that's cringe. So, better than Twizzlers, it's still gum. It's still gum. I don't want gum. I don't want gum. I want to be able to... Whatever I want to get at Halloween, I want to be able to eat. I don't want gum. It's terrible. I remember these, but vaguely, and I think these are like, dude, I can't remember what they're like. I want to say they're like in the D's somewhere. I want to say they're like right over here, maybe above black licorice. Just swallow your gum, bruh. Swallow your gum. You're gonna have like the 40. You're gonna have like the huge distended colon with like insane gum impaction in your lower intestine. You're gonna have like an insane amount of gum stuck in your stomach. How much gum are you eating? No, I'm not eating any gum. That's the point. No gum is being eaten. Warheads. These are very good, but unfortunately, I could not eat a lot of them, so I think Warheads go into the A tier for me. Maybe like right under Skittles or right above Skittles. The biggest problem with Warheads is that they destroy your mouth. Absolutely destroy your mouth after you had like more than like 5 or 6. Slapped in middle school, but D tier now? No, I still like Warheads. I still like Warheads even today. But they just destroy your fucking mouth. The middle's disgusting? I actually don't find the middle to be that bad. Okay, so these are Tootsie Pops. I think Tootsie Pops are pretty D. I think Tootsie Pops are pretty D tier. Maybe top of D. Maybe top of D. I think the coatings for some of them are not awful. Bottom of F. Right above Tootsie Rolls. No, you just hate Tootsie. I don't mind Tootsie that much. Tootsie Pop is better than a Dum Dum? No. The blue raspberry Dum Dum elevates Dum Dums like simply above. Literally just the blue raspberry elevates Dum Dums above all Tootsie Pops just because of how good blue raspberry Dum Dums are. That singular flavor elevates Dum Dums to above because of the blue raspberry. These are actually some pretty reasonable rankings. My rankings are always reasonable. My rankings are always... The thing is, you just don't... You're not enlightened enough to see it for all my reasonable rankings. Tootsie Rolls greater than Tootsie Pops because you're tricking to sweet snack and into a shite Tootsie. No, because Tootsie Rolls are just... Tootsie Rolls are for people that grew up like as if they were living in World War II rationing. When you were in a Tootsie Roll, there was like it's like you didn't have enough materials to make regular sweets. So it's like, oh, let's have a Tootsie Roll. Because all the chocolate's being shipped overseas to help the boys. Like, you grew up under rationing if you love Tootsie Rolls. Like, they didn't have the option to make proper sweets candies. There's just no way. At least Tootsie Pop has like some of them like the red and the blue Tootsie Pop has like a decent outside sugar like lollipop covering. I have never had a Heath bar. I can't rank it. Never had it. So I'm unable to rank it. Snickers, this is another. When I think pure Halloween candy, this is in the S. Snickers is in the S. In addition to that, right after that, Kit Kat. Also in the S. Snickers and Kit Kat both go into the S tier for a Halloween candy to receive. To receive in your Halloween bag, they're in the S. You ever have the Snickers ice cream bar? Oh, yes, I have. The Snickers ice cream bar slaps. The Snickers ice cream bar absolutely slaps. You know what else was a banger to have at a middle school lunch? I never had the Snickers ice cream bar at lunch, but I don't know if they still make them. The cookie cone. Cookie cones slapped back in like middle school. Fair, but I prefer Musketeers because I think I'm special. You know what? Fair enough. You know, I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide. I have had a Payday. I found it to be pretty okay, honestly. I think a Payday to me is like potentially like in the Almond Joy tier. No joke. I think a Payday is like around the Almond Joy tier. I think it's fine. If you love peanuts, it's great. I'll tell you what else would be an S tier if it was on this list. Take 5. If there was a Take 5 on this list, Take 5 would be in the S tier. Potentially at the top of S tier. So Take 5 is insanely good. Baby Ruth, I have had. Are the 100 grands? Are 100 grands the old Take 5s? Is that what these are? 100 grams of rice and caramel? Ooh, I love rice and candy. So this is like probably in the crunch tier, honestly. Anything that has like a rice, like the little crispy rice, is banging. I'm just putting it in the A tier just for that. It's caramel? I don't hate caramel. I just don't love it. And if it's got a great texture and like some good chocolate, that's fine. I can live with it. I just ate one. The only issue I have with them is the caramel gets stuck in your teeth. I don't know. I think 100 grams should go in the A. I think 100 grams should go in the A. Swedish Fish. Probably one of the most C tiers of candy. Arguably one of the most C tiers of candy. I might even put it in like D. I don't think it's F. I actually don't like hate Swedish Fish. I don't mind Swedish Fish. Just randomly you'll eat a Swedish Fish and it's like insanely stale. Right out of the package. Like that's the weird thing about Swedish Fish is like you'll take one out and it's just like stale coming out of the package. I'm like, why is it stale? It's not been open. But I don't think it's like awful. Please look up what it looks like inside. The 100 grand? Okay. I think Swedish Fish, to me personally, honestly, I would have them over Mike and Ike's. I don't think Mike and Ike's are very good. 100 grand inside. 100 grand bar. This? I mean, honestly, the crispy rice shell, that looks like I'd like that. I think I'd enjoy that. With the crispy rice shell? I love crispy rice and chocolate. I think I'd like that. It's a lot of caramel. It's a lot of caramel, though, to be fair. Okay, I think these are these jawbreakers? Are these jawbreakers? I think, or jawbusters? I think they are. I'd have them like a bottom. I'd have them somewhere like at the bottom of B. I don't think they're nearly as good as gobstoppers or the rest of stuff, but they're like fine. I think they're fine. I like the I like kind of like having the candy in your mouth for a while. Hi Avast, can you be my daddy? I'm not ready to be a father. I'm sorry. I'm not ready. Ring pops. Okay, ring pops I think are actually pretty decent. In fact, I might put a ring pop potentially above the Haribo. I don't think they're that good, but I think they're pretty decent. I will say some of the swirled flavors, some of the ring pop, like not the original, but the swirled flavors, those were absolutely banging. And yeah, then once you get to the plastic part, like it's like a pain to like kind of stuck around. So like they have some definitive downsides. They have some definitive downsides. And I don't think I'd really be like super, once again, I don't think I'd be insanely pleased to see a ring pop in my candy bag. In like a Halloween candy bag situation. I would be like, oh, ring pop, but I wouldn't be like distinctly pleased for it. You know? Milky Ways. I think Milky Ways to me are a worse musketeer. A much worse musketeer. Honestly, I'd probably put them at the bottom of A. I put them at bottom of A. What is this Milky Way? What is this one? What is the Milky Way Midnight? Dark chocolate? Okay, so it's better than a regular Milky Way. So, I haven't had it, but I'm just going to assume it's just a Milky Way with dark chocolate, so it's just better than a regular Milky Way. Honestly, that could potentially, for me, that could almost put it above a Musketeer. I think dark chocolate alone might just put it above the Musketeer. Because dark chocolate is just better than milk chocolate. I think dark chocolate is just better than milk chocolate, so I might just put it above the Musketeer. This is a blind ranking. I love when people pretend that dark chocolate candy bars are better than milk. For people that are above the age of like, I don't know, 25, generally dark chocolate should be better for you. Otherwise, I think if I were to, I think you should, there's something wrong with your chemistry. I think there's something wrong with your brain chemistry. I think you've had some sort of stunted growth. In addition to that, dark chocolate is also just better for you too. Yeah, I think 72 to 75% is a very 72 to 75% is a very solid. I think 72 is probably like the sweet spot for dark chocolate. I will say some dark chocolate bars I've gone up to 80. And it's not bad. Dark chocolate is the food of pseudo-intellectuals. Me when I misspell pseudo. And I'm in my ivory tower eating my dark chocolate. I'm in my ivory tower as the coastal elites eating my dark chocolate. They're looking down on us. What's next? They're going to take the lead out of our gasoline? And they're going to eat their dark chocolate? Oh, they're not. Oh, it's made with fair labor practices, huh? What else are they going to do? Let's see. I have never had a snow cap. I've never had a snow cap. I don't know. I can't rate it. Can't rate it. I never said I was an intellectual. Giga Chad. Giga Chad. Never had him. Milk duds. Milk duds are worse Whoppers. In fact, milk duds could potentially make it to an F. They might potentially make it to an F. I think milk duds will go to an F. In fact, do I prefer M&Ms with or without peanuts? With peanuts. I think. Wait. They're sugar daddies, but in duds. So you're saying a sugar daddy is essentially a milk dud? Wait, a sugar daddy is essentially a milk dud? It's just on a bar, like on a stick. Pretty much. Okay, F. F. They go an F then because of that. No? Okay, I'm putting him back to never had. So that's who asked. Never mind then. I have never had the peanut butter M&Ms. I've never had the peanut butter M&Ms. So I would say just to be fair, because like it's an M&M and it's peanut butter, I like them all. I think I could probably be safe putting them like maybe above a Reese's Pieces. I think I could be pretty safe because I find Reese's Pieces to be so inferior to regular Reese's. So I'll just put a blind in the B. These are these stupid like gelatin gummy burgers, right? These are like a D. Like these are like maybe under a Dum Dums. These are pretty meh. These are like super forgettable. I don't hate them though. But I don't like I would never want them. Okay, Pop Rocks like maybe a bottom of C. I mean, not even a bottom of C. I mean, this is like I don't know, fucking somewhere in C. Because like the problem with Pop Rocks is that they're like they're just like I mean like they're like a gimmick. They're just a gimmick, you know. They're not really even like enjoyable to eat. They're not even enjoyable. Pop Rocks, bad snack, great sex toy. Okay. I don't think you should be putting Pop Rocks in or around your genitalia. I don't think you should be doing that. I think Pop Rocks getting inside a vagina would be a terrible thing. I think that would be a terrible thing. What is it? Have I had a Baby Ruth? Or a butt? Yeah, any sort of internal cavity. What is it? I can't remember if I've had a Baby Ruth. I'm trying to remember what it's like. What's in a Baby Ruth? What's in a Baby Ruth? They look good. They actually look pretty good. I'm trying to remember if I've had these. Peanuts, caramel, milk chocolate, nougat covered in a compound chocolate. Those sound... I feel like I've had this before. They're pretty nutty. I think I'm going to go blind, honestly. I'd probably put these like... over Reese's Pieces, perhaps. That sounds... I mean, I think I've had one. The concept of them sounds really good. They seem pretty solid. Hell, I might put them over... I might even put this over like a Ring Pop. This is literally just blind. Probably put it over a Ring Pop. Sounds pretty good. I think I could even move it even further. I like that you ignore the never had tier so much. I think I have had a Baby Ruth though. And also with chocolates, once you kind of like had a decent amount of chocolate, like you can sort of just guess, you know? I think I can just guess. I think I can just guess with it. Dots I've had. Dots are like a C. Honestly, I think dots are decent. I'd put them like a top of C. I actually don't mind dots. I'm not going to lie. I think dots are pretty decent. I think I might actually put like dots. Actually, I think that's unfair. I put dots below Laffy Taffy. I think Laffy Taffy are probably better. Let me rank the metaphysical idea of candy. Dude, I mean, I think I've had a Baby Ruth. And also, like, I know it's not metaphysical. It's just the physical. It's not me basing the aura of it. Like, I'm looking at the components, comparing it to its peers. It's not metaphysical. It's just physical. I remember these vaguely. I would probably put them, like, probably above the Tootsie Pops. Like, these are just another lollipop. They're okay. Dots of the blue-collar workers with the Halloween bag. I mean, not really. I would never really want dots. Like, all the seeds here, for the most part, aside from maybe Laffy Taffy, I would not really want them. I would not want really any of these in my Halloween bag of candy. These are kind of like, if you get these, you're like, oh, like, okay. Like, fine. Like, it could have been worse. It could have been a Twizzler, you know? They could have given me a Twizzler. If they had given me a Twizzler, I'd be like, oh my fucking god, a Twizzler. But, like, I'd be like, okay, like, I can work with this in the seeds here. And a Raisinette. I'm trying to remember if I've had a Raisinette. Banana Laffy Taffy should push it up to B. The strawberry, like the pink Laffy Taffy is better than the banana. Banana's good, but it's the second best flavor. The pink one's better than the banana. I don't know if I've actually ever had the... I don't know if I've had a Raisinette. What's in a Raisinette? How do I spell it? A Raisinette. What's in Raisinettes? They're just like raisins covered in chocolate, right? It's just raisins covered in chocolate? I mean, I like raisins. And I like chocolate. I have a hard time believing these would get above a C. I have a hard time believing these would make it out of a C tier. Comparatively to what else is on the list. Like, if I'm just imagining it. I would potentially put these, like... I don't know. I think I'd maybe put them, like, right below a good bar. Based off that, I'd put them below a good bar. I don't think I'd want... That'd be one of those things where I would just barely be okay with getting it, but I would be like, why am I getting chocolate-covered raisins? Like, who is in Halloween giving out chocolate-covered raisins? This is an outrage. This is an absolute outrage. Dude, there's a U.S. states tier list. Okay, we're going to do this really fast because it's almost... I'm done with this. I'm happy with this list. I'm absolutely happy. Wait, let me see. Maybe. Am I happy with this list? I think I moved Kit Kat above Snickers. Okay, I'm good with that. I think Spree actually does go above Warheads. Honestly, I think I'm going to put... No, the dark chocolate elevates it. I think I'm going to put 100 grand... No. I'm good with that. I'm pretty cool with that. Cool with that. Cool with that. Okay, let's be real. Pop Rocks are so fucking dumb that, like, I'm just going to put them at the bottom of D. Pop Rocks are dumb as shit. Yeah. Sweet Tarts and S. Sweet Tarts, absolutely Omega Pound. Reese's is my favorite Halloween candy. I would say, personally, if I were to... Reese's Cups are probably universally... I would be the most happy to receive a Reese's Cup in a Halloween bag. Like if I were looking in a bucket of Halloween candy, or like if someone gave them out Reese's, I'd be the most universally happy to receive a Reese's. Yes, I would. Okay, the U.S. states tier list I'm going to bang out, but yeah, see, this is the final list. I'm really happy with that list, honestly. I'm doing the state tier list extremely quick. Texas. This no, I'm might be kind of biased. Might be kind of biased, but I think Texas is a solid B tier state. It might go up higher. West Virginia, F. Rhode Island. Something about I don't know. Something about Rhode Island just gives me a it's a pretty it's probably gonna be like in the B, like probably in the B as well, somewhere around there. Maine. Well, actually, first Kansas, F. Kansas probably marginally above West Virginia. Iowa, D. Hawaii. Hawaii probably a solid A. Indiana, probably a C. Alaska, this is very much a D. Alabama, definite F. Florida has some okay parts. It's going in C. Mississippi, this is once again an F, sadly. Unfortunately. Nevada, probably probably a solid C. Utah, definitely in the D. New Mexico, A. I actually think New Mexico is a pretty decent state. I actually love New Mexico. I think New Mexico is actually a wonderful state. I think it's very pretty, lots of great nature. I need let me take a look here. I'm looking for something. Let's see. I'm looking for something. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? This is Colorado, right? Colorado S. Colorado, 100% an S tier. That is an S tier state. Colorado is potentially the best state in the union. Potentially the best state in the union. Something about Delaware just gives me like a New Jersey, I think, is like a pretty decent like B. Ohio's I don't know, it's maybe a D. Fuck Ohio, honestly. I think Oregon probably makes it its way into like the B. I think Georgia gets to get into the C tier. Almost exclusively because of like Atlanta. It might also go to D, honestly. I'm not sure. I had to think on it a little bit. New Hampshire. New Hampshire is an A. New Hampshire is an A. Where is Vermont? I also think Maine's, or not Maine, but rather, you better put that same F. Ohio's in D. I don't think it quite is in F tier. I don't think Ohio should be an F tier. I think F tier is a very bad tier. New York is definitely like towards the top of A. It could go to S, but I think it's probably an A. Ohio is unironically S? No. No, it is not. I regret to inform you. North Dakota. All Dakotas are in the F. Where's South Dakota? Where's South Dakota? I'm looking for South Dakota. Is this Washington? I think this is Washington. Washington is also an S. Washington is also an S tier state, for my opinion. Nebraska S. F. I'm sorry. Montana. Montana actually has some. I think Montana has some redeeming qualities. I think Montana could potentially be like a D. Montana has some redeeming qualities. Oh, there's the other Dakota. F. Thank you. Missouri actually is in the C, I think. Why? Almost exclusively because of St. Louis. I think St. Louis is a good city. I think St. Louis is a good city. That's pretty much all. That's my entire reasoning. That's all I got for you. Pennsylvania, probably a B. Idaho, underrated state? No, not really. I don't think anyone cares about it. Oh, Oklahoma? Oklahoma, another F. Unfortunately. Oklahoma sucks. Oklahoma mega sucks. South Carolina? I actually think the Carolinas are pretty decent. They could fight for a B tier. I think Illinois is I don't know. The Carolinas are interesting. I don't know if I want to put them in A. Oh, Vermont. There's Vermont. Vermont's an A. I love Vermont. Wisconsin, I'll give you a B. Tennessee, I think, is also another B. I gotta put Idaho in a D. I'm sorry. I gotta put Idaho in a D. I also think Kentucky is maybe like a top of C. I think Kentucky's like a top of C. I'm not really gonna organize these too much because I want to go to bed soon. Minnesota is an A. Minnesota's A. I think Minnesota is an A tier state. I think it's an A tier state. Maine. This would be another state I would probably put in the A. Michigan, unfortunately. Michigan probably goes in. I would put Michigan somewhere in the B's. I think. Louisiana, it's got some interesting stuff to it. It's probably still in C, though. It might go to D, but no higher than C. No, actually, I think you're right. I think Michigan, I think actually what I should do is, I think maybe I might put Michigan into a C. No, I don't think I do. If anything, I put Wisconsin into the C's. Yeah, I think Wisconsin goes into the C's. I'm thinking here. Where's North Carolina? Oh, Massachusetts? Massachusetts is probably an A. Actually, I think I'm treating New Mexico maybe a little too fairly. I think I might move down someone. No, because honestly, no. What am I? Maybe I moved Minnesota down. No, I like Minnesota better than Massachusetts. No joke. No, do I really though? It's a little bit too Midwestern. Minnesota's a little too Midwestern. In fact, it goes to a B. Yeah, I think Minnesota goes to a B. Okay. California, I'm sorry, you're not going in S tier. Cali, you're probably like a bottom of A, maybe. You're probably like a bottom of A, potentially a B. Bottom A, maybe a B. New York State as a state is A tier. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. I might be overrating New York State. I think New York could potentially move to a B as well. I think New York could potentially move to a B as well. Something about Delaware makes me want to put it. I don't know where I want to put it. I think actually I have good vibes about Maryland. What is this? What is this other one? I got good vibes about Maryland. I think Maryland can make it into the Bs. I think Maryland can make it into the Bs. Wrap it up. Illinois is going into the C, unfortunately. Other than Chicago, I don't really like Chicago carries Illinois pretty heavily. Wyoming. I think Wyoming is kind of in the Montana tier. Ohio's got to be F. How is that a D? I don't know. Does Ohio really deserve... I mean, fine. You know what? Here. I don't really care that much. Ohio can go to F. There you go. Ohio can go to F. There you go. You got Ohio can go down. This is regular Virginia. I think Virginia proper actually is in a B. I think Virginia proper is in a B tier. I think Virginia is actually not terrible. Okay. Who gives a shit about Delaware? Honestly, like actually, who cares? I'm putting you in a C. Connecticut. I don't know. I mean, I think the Carolinas both go into. I think the Carolinas are kind of dummy lit. Not gonna lie. Something about them. Something I like about the Carolinas. I like the Carolinas. Listen, I'm not organizing these. Connecticut at least a B? Yeah, I tend to agree. I think Connecticut would be like in the Maryland tier. South Carolina sucks? I don't know. I've heard good things about South Carolina too. What are these last two? What are these last two states? What are these last two states? Who are these guys? Who do I have left? Is this Arizona? And Arkansas? Oh, that's right. Arizona and Arkansas. Okay, Arkansas, easy. F tier. Arizona, probably also F tier. Yeah, those are both F. I've been to Arkansas many times, easily F. Arkansas, definitely an F. Arizona, I don't understand any redeeming qualities about Arizona. Honestly, I can't see it. Okay. I'm not organizing these. I'm not really going to organize these. Florida C tier. The reason Florida gets to go to C tier is because at least it's got a lot going on. Florida's got a lot going on at least. Even if it's like shitty still. Okay. Yeah, I'm not organizing these, but there's the state tier list as well. We did them both. It's about all I think that's pretty good. I really only truly believe there are 2 S tier states in the current union. And it was Colorado and Washington. I think those are the only 2 I truly were like, and honestly, Colorado kind of like clears. Is that what you do nowadays? No, we just finished Portal 2 co-op with Jaws. And then I was like, I have some time left, so I'm going to do some tier list. I finished Portal 2 with Jaws, the co-op campaign, and then I did this real quick. Okay, we're done for tonight. Time to go to bed, because I literally have to go immediately to bed so I can wake up tomorrow. So bye everybody. We might stream, I don't know about tomorrow, but maybe Wednesday. We'll see. So goodbye. Bedge time.